Hey, hey Facebook, what's up? How's everyone? It's me, Jamie Lee Zadell, Independent Beauty Guide for LimeLight by Alcone. So today I am going to do a little eyeshadow for you guys. I posted last night about how awesome our customizable palettes are. So you choose your colors. We have a bunch of different colors that you can pick from, and you can get a palette of 4 like this, or you can get a palette of 6 like this. And so the larger palette that you get, you do get a savings on the eyeshadows. The eyeshadows are, of course, you can buy them individually, but I do recommend a palette. They are in there with a magnet and they pop in and out. I'll show you an example. I'm gonna pop one out for you just so you can see. Okay, so there's one of the eyeshadows that's got a metal back. These are magnetized, so you just pop it right in. They don't fall out. Pretty cool, right? So I posted about this specific palette last night because I created this quad. If you need help picking out colors, you can always contact me and I can help you. But I'm just gonna show you what we can do with this quad. So we have got Pastel Me About It, we have Peachy Gleam, we have Coral of the Story, and we have Antique Bar. I love Antique Bar. That's probably one of my favorite colors that we carry. It has a really nice shimmer to it. Okay, so let's get started. I have all my makeup on except for, I don't have any eyeshadow on, obviously, and I don't have any lips. Because another really cool thing about our eyeshadows is that since they are professional quality, they have a very, very high pigment to them, so you can actually use them for multiple things. You can use them as blush, you can use them as contour, and you can even use them as lip color. So I'm gonna go ahead and demonstrate first just how to use it as a lip color. I already have blush on, so I won't do that. But you just tap your finger in there. And this is Coral of the Story. So you can just put it on like that and then put like gloss on top. And then we'll put some gloss on top of that. We'll use the one I always use. I'm so boring, Grace. You're like, don't you ever use any other colors? So I just like to put on a little bit of gloss for sheen, since it was just a powder that I applied, but a very highly pigmented powder. As you can see, now it looks like I'm wearing like a lipstick or something. Okay, so let's use our quad. So there's probably old makeup on this eyeshadow brush, so let me just wipe that off on my hand. Oh my God, my baby's being so good. Look, I have to show you. Look, what a good boy. What a good boy for mama. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna start with the Peachy Gleam. This one, it's kind of like a peach color. Who would have thought from the name, right? And I'm gonna put Peachy Gleam pretty much all over, since it is, oh my God, I just tapped it a little bit and look at all that product. See, it's just, it's so pigmented. You get so much for your money. It like really goes a long way. I always have to be careful not to press the brush too hard in it, because so much product will come off. Okay, so getting that Peachy Gleam all over my lid. It's probably the most neutral color on the palette, and that's why I'm using it as a base. I'd say it's like the most medium color of them all, because that one is super light, that one's kind of dark, and that one's really dark. So I'll put Peachy Gleam on my eyelid. That one has a little bit of a shimmer too. And now I am going to use Coral of the Story, that same color that I put on my lips. I'm gonna grab some of that and put it more towards just like the very bottom of my lid, because I put Peachy Gleam like all over. So I'm just putting Coral of the Story like down here, closer to my lashes, and pull it out. There's Jameson. Hey Jameson, Mommy's doing a Facebook Live. No Facebook Live? Well, too bad, because I'm here and I'm live. So I'm trying to be careful not to bring Coral of the Story too close to the inner part of my eye, because I want to keep that part lighter. I'm just putting Coral of the Story like this part of my lid, the lower half. Now before I dip my brush, I probably should have done the light color first. Oh, I'll use a napkin instead of my hand. I should have done the light color first, but oh well. So I'm gonna, before I dip my brush into that really dark color, I'm gonna clean off my brush, and then I'm gonna go for a little bit of Pastel Me About It. It's actually a really, really light pink. On the camera, it almost looks white, but it's not white. It has a little pink to it. And I like to put that right up here under my eyebrow to highlight that arch. Put a little more on that side too. And then I like to put a little bit of the light color in the inside corner of my eye, because that really will highlight and make your eyes pop. I always like to use the lighter colors on the inside of my eyes, and then I use darker colors on the outside. So much product comes off. It's crazy. Look at all that. All right. And now I usually use a different brush for this, but I can't find it, and that's okay. You can use whatever you have. You can just make it work. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm gonna get a different brush, and then I'm gonna take the darkest color, the Antique Bar, and I'm gonna put that in my crease. And then blend like crazy. So I'm putting Antique Bar in the outer corner in my crease. Sometimes it helps to keep your eye open so then you can see exactly what the finished result is. Because if you keep your eye closed the whole time and then you go to town like that and then you open your eye and then like you have stuff that's like all the way over here and you're like, oops. So when I'm applying my eyeshadow, I kind of alternate between having my eye like this so I can see my whole lid, and then completely open so I can see the finished effect, to see where that eyeshadow is landing. Just to make sure I got it in the right spot. Oh my God, you hear Jameson? He's going nuts. Going nuts up there. I love Antique Bar. It's such a pretty color, and it looks good on everybody. I feel like all of these colors look good on everybody. They're neutral. Half of them have a shimmer and half of them are matte. I just love this quad, but you can customize it however you want. You can pick out the colors, and then if you're like obsessed with one color, you know how like when you buy a palette from Sephora and you're like, oh, all these colors are beautiful, and then you end up like having one or two favorites, and then those get all the way used up, and then you've got all these other colors that you haven't used, but you're like, but I want that one color, and then you end up having to buy the palette all over again. Well, with these, if you have a favorite, if you end up running out of one, you don't have to buy the whole new palette. You can just replace that one eyeshadow, one color that you liked a lot. You can just replace it. Okay, and then the last thing I like to do with the darker color is, if I can find the brush, okay. I like to use this type of brush. This is actually our eyebrow tamer brush, but I love the angled brush like this, even though it's for eyebrows, I like to use it to put the eyeshadow on the bottom. So we'll get a little bit of Antique Bar, and I like to just put it really close to my lash line. Sometimes I don't like to bring it all the way through. I like to keep that part like pretty light. Sometimes it just looks good if you just put a little bit on the outside. Kind of just brings it all together. Let's do the other side. Hi, Jax. And yeah, I've got a little bit of eyeshadow fallout, but it's not too bad. Okay, so there you have it. What do you think? So they're customizable, pop them in and out. Really highly pigmented. If you missed the beginning, this is LimeLight by Alcone, professional quality makeup for the everyday woman. So there's my finished look. Yay! All right, so now my look is complete. And I'm even using one of the eyeshadows on my lips topped with a gloss. There's so many uses that you can use with these products because they are so highly pigmented and such professional quality that it's just crazy. Like, I use blushes as eyeshadows and blushes as my lip color, and you can do the same thing with the eyeshadows. You can use it as contour. We have colors that are great for a contour, like, where's Taupe for the Best? Like a color like this, Taupe for the Best. I use this on my eyebrows, and I haven't used it yet. I haven't experimented yet, but this color is a great color for contour on your face, for contouring your face if you're into the whole highlight contour thing. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. And oh my gosh, this might be one of the shortest live videos that I've ever done. You're the baby here. Let me show you baby Jax. I absolutely love my job. I love being a beauty guide for LimeLight because I am able to work from home with my little kids, and you know, usually things are really crazy in my house and I'm like, oh, I'm never gonna be able to go live. But then you just get that magical moment where, you know, one is playing upstairs and the other one's happy in his little rock and play, and you're like, okay, I'm going live and I'm gonna show off some makeup. So it really works, you know, if you're looking for a really flexible schedule and make some money while you're at home with your kids. Or maybe you don't have kids, maybe you just would like to do something on the side. You know, maybe you're a teacher or you have some other job and you'd like to. Jax is saying, okay, mommy, you were just complimenting yourself and congratulating yourself on the fact that you were doing a short video, and now here you are rambling on. He's like, be quiet, mommy, be quiet, you're done, you're done. Okay, anyways, I love my job. I love LimeLight, and I love you guys. Thank you for watching, and until next time, I'll see you on the flip side. Mwah.